Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't always come up, so it's been a really good week training, and the conditions are good. So I expect it. Once again, I expect it to be memorable. I think it'll be a great night. Well, it depends if you've won the first. It shows you the closeness of the competition. So, I think regardless of the past, we need to win. Simple as that.
The desperation factor, how much does that help?
Yeah, well, if anything, in the first game, although we relaxed, we're in a really good position, relaxed, and I don't know why. And so we can't have any of that.
Had time to think about everything. First of all, the preparation, would you say it's top notch or below par?
Well, they're fit. They're very fresh, so that was something very important to us.
Murray?
Yeah, Cam's been good. He's the ultimate professional, and he came in a very good chance of playing, and just watching him day by day, he completed everything on Sunday, so we're more than happy with his fitness.
Liam?
Yeah, Liam's good. So he couldn't do that much, as in from the protocols, but I spoke to him on the night of the game when he copped the knock, and he's been fine ever since. So it was only a matter of just sticking by the protocols. I think a rest for anyone at this time of year can't hurt.
It's a bit like the Wild West last time they played here in that game last year. It was bizarre. Have you warned them to expect anything?
Yeah, well, the majority of the team have played up here enough to expect anything, and that's nothing can be an excuse. So we just got to go there and fight hard and keep going till the whistle blows.
I was listening to Sean, you talk about Origin in back to 10 points to the first 2 decades.
Well, I think if you go through history, it's just happened so often that that needing to win just normally becomes a desperation that can make the difference.
Talk about, have you reflected on the lead up into this one? Taking out a lot against you with the trail and then guys the opportunity that were injured going into this. How's
Good. No, we've got a session here today, which we most likely won't do much, but we'll get out and enjoy this stadium. And no, we give ourselves a really good chance. I think, from day one, I was optimistic but realistic about the chances of all the players that we were looking at. There was a real mindset to come up here with a healthy team. So I think the Latrell factor, that he gave us some good notice, I think it helped everything that we're about. So it's been a fantastic preparation, so we have no excuses.
We've got someone like Hudson Young, obviously going into his second game, a chance. Like, it puts a lot of pressure on him in the first game to be the enforcer and routes and stuff. What sort of words do you keep his leading into this and such a big occasion being at Suncorp? I mean, he's played here before for the Origin.
I think everything's about the team and doing everything for the team. So he's just got to go out and that's got to be his actions. So he's got a job like everyone else, and he doesn't have to be an enforcer. He's just got to be, show a lot of fight and go as hard as he can. That's all we ask.
So that last few minutes of that game still burn this team from Adelaide?
I hope so. It burns me. You'd have to ask them individually, but you don't normally get them looking that good, and you let it go like that. It was pretty disappointing and a bit embarrassing towards the end. So sometimes embarrassment's a pretty good motivator. I don't gamble, mate, so it doesn't bother me. Right. Don't think about it.
Just a quick one on, there's some talk as well out of the Queensland camp that Reece Walsh should be targeted. Naturally he would be, but, he'd be on their radar.
He's a good player, and without doubt I think he showed what he's capable of in game one.
James, Freddie was just speaking about the last few minutes of that game and said that it still burns him. Does it still burn you?
It does, but I've let it go for now. I don't want to keep carrying that into this game because we're weighing on my mind. So been really clear this week on learning my lessons from last game for myself and as a team, and taking that on board, but then letting it go. And we know this is going to be a completely different game this time around, and it'll probably come down to the last 5 or 10 minutes. So it's going to need an 80-minute performance from us, and we're going to need to win those moments at the end. So I'm clear on my role there.
As a team, you said very much comparison in the last 10 minutes. Maybe also some comparison.
Oh yeah, it's motivating for sure. We learn our lessons, and we know, as I said, that's what Origin games are won on big moments. So again, it's got to be clear for us. We can't just cross our fingers and hope we're going to get the win. We got to go out and create it as a team, do everything we can together. We know it's going to be very hostile. There's going to be a lot of things going against us, but we have to stay strong as a team, and it's all about 17 guys going out and getting the job done. So that's been a real clear focus for us this week.
Does that change the game when you go into a game in the each as opposed to one which would like between game and two?
Probably just a bit more more hungry, more intense. You can probably just go into a last game, and thinking you've done everything, but now it's just about, if you think you've done everything, do a bit more. Whether that's physical or mental or everything in and around training, you just have to tick every box and more, because there's no second chances. As I said, it's not just can't just cross our fingers and hope we win. We have to go out and go after it for 80 minutes. We can't think we've won it in the last 2 minutes. We have to compete for each other till the final whistle, and I think if we can do that as a team, then a big chance of winning this game.
Just watching you
Yeah, it looks nice. The ground, the field looks awesome. It's obviously nice weather, so I'm just excited.
It's good to be excited to play in this Cauldron because it's a dangerous atmosphere.
Yeah, it can be. I think it will be obviously more hostile tomorrow night, but it's all about enjoying that and using that energy to go out and play your best footy. So I think it's just a lot of excitement. It can be daunting, but if we go out and enjoy our footy as a team, then that'll bring out our best for sure.
Is it something you actually discuss with the guys who haven't done it before in the Origin arena?
Yeah, we'll probably discuss it after coming to it, to be honest, or before, and just it's been discussed, mostly during the week, that it's going to be loud, it's going to be intense, it's going to be brutal, but that communication, that connection between each other is what's going to bind us together and to get a win. So that's been a clear focus for us this week, being nice and clear and going out and doing the job together.
James, a lot of the stuff afterwards is personal on you, and I mean, you don't, how do you respond to that, and is it just on the field?
Yeah, that's all I can do. All I can do is play good footy. That's part of the game. If you don't play well, then you cop some criticism. So it's on me to really get clear on my job tomorrow night and lead the team as the captain. But playing my best footy, I know I can. I know that started all last week in my preparation for the game, physically and mentally, making sure I'm ready to play my best game, and I feel like I've done that. Yeah, I think that steely focus comes whenever we step on this field to train. Clear communication, clear focus, and high intensity. But then when we've got downtime, it's all about enjoying the camp, enjoying time with our teammates, building that connection with each other. But yeah, not carrying expectation on too much weight on my shoulders, just getting into enjoyment of playing footy. Obviously externally, it's a huge game, but at the end of the day, it's just 80 minutes on the same footy field, so go out and play the footy I know I can play.
The situation with Liam Martin, obviously, contact with
Yeah, he's done he's fine. He's been clear all week on what he needs to do. He's obviously hasn't had much full contact, but he's ticked all the boxes he needed to do. And I mean, seeing his last game, how good of a player he is. So he's going to come out and bring that aggression and brutality that we know he brings.
Confidence you've got in Stephen Crichton. I mean, he did a really good job in Adelaide, and Latrell out, but I mean, obviously got a lot of confidence in him. Yeah, for sure.
Critters has been here and got the job done before, and when Trell said he couldn't play, it was just okay, Critter's in, that's it. There was no more real talk about it. Everyone was clear on Critter coming in and getting the job done, and we moved on from it. So I thought that was a really great attitude from the team.
You showed your level of maturity even from the outset. When you came in the first round, just getting around.
Yeah, he's been around our camps for a while now, even if he wasn't playing Past couple of years, he was either 18th or 19th, or just being around the squad. He's always brought a lot of energy. He's hilarious, and he just builds the high vibes in camp. So whether he's playing or not, he's always been one of our best trainers. And now that he's in, he's still like that.
Can you talk about someone like Hudson Young? Obviously, game one came in, hadn't been enforced a lot of expectation. Is there a conversation with him leading into this with this kind of atmosphere?
No, it's all about him playing his natural game. He's an enforcer at club level. He gets under people's skin, but I think it's him just being clear in his role as a back rower. Especially defensively, wanting to bring that aggression and do what he does best, but in control of his game as well. Because we don't want to get out of hand, but again, he'll lead that left edge for sure.
Do you think Queensland will be rattled at all by the whole Ben Hunt situation? He's got a bit going on off the field. Do you think it's going to impact the way Queensland play?
Oh, I doubt it. I think we've got too many experienced players and too many leaders in the team to let that get to them. So I know there's probably a lot of talk externally, but I'm sure the leaders amongst that camp will make sure they're all clear and ready to go tomorrow night. Yeah, I think I honestly don't think teams really look into who's favourite and who's not really. No matter if for favourites or underdogs, we still prepare the same way for every game. So as I said, after losing the game, where probably intensity and everything we do goes up a level because we know we don't have a second chance. But whether they're favourites or not, I'm sure they're preparing pretty similar. Yeah, it'd be huge. There's no sugarcoat. I don't know if we get a win tomorrow night, which I believe we've done everything preparation-wise we can. We just got to go and execute and trust each other tomorrow night. So that's really all I'm focused on. Nothing really externally or the crowd or the media. It's about 17 guys going out and getting the job done tomorrow night. And as I said, the preparation in the camp that we've had has been awesome. I know there's probably some injuries or externally, but that hasn't wavered our intensity or our job that we need to do. So just really excited. Really go out and excited to play for footy.
Just a quick one on Mitchie, massive for him.
Yeah, excited for Mitchie. He's been awesome for us coming in the camp. Second game, but he's matured even since last game, 2021. He's really taken control of this team. He's taken Parrot to a grand final, and he's come in and really set the tone. And I'm just excited to go out and play with him. It's been a while, and we've obviously got that connection on and off the field. So, really excited for him.
Thank you.